In today's video, you guys will also be enlightened like me. So I know I should have uploaded this video in the beginning of these like historical videos, but somehow I forget to do that, and now I'm doing this. So enlightenment is basically nothing but you can say an individual, not individual. Yeah, of course it was run by individuals, but intellectual movement which forced people to think with their reason and go against the traditional monarchical rules that was prevalent in the society back then. So it's not very old thing, just to go up to like late 17th century, I think. Okay, so here actually what happens, to understand first that why this all the like cultural movement, intellectual movement came into being, we need to understand the social situation. So at the time, just for example, look at the French society. It was characterized into three estates, like, so first, second, and third one was the bulk of the people, like over the more than 95% of people were in these category, and they have to pay all the taxes, and the other tools, they were just exempted. They were just the nobles and the archbishops and all those persons. So um, because of this kind of social scenario in many of the monarchical states in Europe, so there come a group of philosophers. So you must have heard of their names, like we got Rousseau, we have Montesquieu, and Voltaire. They're very familiar to us. There are some also other people like John Locke, um, and Kant, Immanuel Kant. Okay, so basically the whole chapter revolves around these person and their ideas. So if you just uh, create a the list of keywords about their ideas, like let's say separation of power, popular sovereignty, secularism, we get general will, and let's say humanism, we get liberty, then we get natural rights, and up to some extent enlightened despots. We can also include many other things. If we just look at our current constitution, let's go for freedom of speech, or say religious tolerance. So all of the things we right now see in our constitution, we practice nowadays, are the fruit of enlightenment, we can say that. So basically what happens, these people, okay, these all philosophers, actually they came, they created their theories, like all of these. Okay, so separation power goes to Montesquieu, popular sovereignty goes to Rousseau, secularism we can say this to Voltaire, general will also Rousseau, humanism, liberty also Voltaire, natural rights to John Locke. So we don't need to see it like individually. So basically overall this was the idea. And yeah, Voltaire also told about enlightened despots. As I told you, this time like during this time, the people were ruled by monarchs. Okay, kings, monarchs. So Voltaire told that against Rousseau, actually. So not against Rousseau. Rousseau was actually against all of them. He said that to govern a number of people, there must be you must have to take their consent to govern them. If you cannot protect their rights of let's say happiness, life, and property, the people can overthrow the government. So that was a bit extreme, and Voltaire said that you don't need people don't need to control the society. there would be monarchs, but they will rule with the Enlightenment ideals. Like the monarchs will allow people to pursue what they want to do, not just only restricted with their social structure. Like people from this category cannot do jobs of this category, or cannot marry people from this category to this category. So Voltaire was like that the society would be ruled by the monarchs, but it would be more liberal. There were some examples also, like Frederick the Great. We got Catherine the Great. We also have a famous king. His name is here Joseph the Second. This guy, he was also a enlightened despot. He said that everything for the people, but nothing by the people. So you can understand what he actually meant. Like he got liberal enough to do people's welfare, but he would not let people come into the administration. He will control everything. So this is the basically, it's a little bit philosophical thing, but you can see the reflection of enlightenment basically everywhere. Even it is said that the American Constitution, it's actually a Lockean document. Lockean also, as I told, that John Locke, he propounded the theory about natural rights, the right of life, liberty, and property. So, as you see in the American Constitution, it's also take care of your individual rights. So, these are, you can say that these are the bedrocks of the current political system all around the world, except the theocratist countries. Mainly this is the root of democracy, but somehow there were some limitations also. Just as I just told you about the enlightened despots, Montesquieu also talked about constitutional monarchs. So there are not actually talking about completely overthrowing the government, but when they did, just like Rousseau, there also we got a phase after the French Revolution. This is known as the Reign of Terror, headed by Robespierre. So there he actually exploited the general will propounded by Rousseau. We can see mass killings, we can see killings of monarchs in the guillotine, all of that. So that's why and, Kant comes after that. So he, we can say, as the climax of that enlightenment, where he basically defines enlightenment as the emergence of people out of their self-incurred immaturity. That's known as enlightenment. And he said that enlightenment is not over, it's an ongoing process. And Kant is also like the father of categorical imperative, a part of ethics. He propounds the deontology also. So that's how philosophers came and gone, and they leave their impressions with their documents, with their theses, and we must go and study them. But basically these are all the keywords you just need to understand. So, and you can basically answer, use these keywords in your essay, in your answer, whatever, but these are all the concepts, you just need to understand that. That's all.